Your name, your likes, your fears, your personality, it is all a lie. You are a biological mannequin, dressed up in the opinions, traumas, and expectations of other people. Your parents told you who to be, your teachers told you what to think, and your friends told you what was cool. You did not choose your identity. You inherited it like a second-hand suit that does not even fit. And the reason you are not successful, the reason you are struggling, is because you are trying to build a kingdom while still being the person who was programmed to be a peasant. Look at yourself in the mirror tonight. It is not you. It is a ghost of everyone else's expectations. It is a collection of "do not do that," and "you are not good at this," that you have heard since you were 5 years old. If you want the life of the 1%, you must first commit a psychological murder. You must kill the person you are today. If you are afraid of this conversation, leave now. This is not a self-help video. This is a funeral for your mediocrity. This is the moment you stop being a passenger in your own life. The greatest illusion in human history is the belief that this is just who I am. No, that is just who you were trained to be. Identity is the strongest force in the human personality. We will always act in a way that is consistent with how we define ourselves. This is not just philosophy, it is biology. Your brain has a mechanism called the reticular activating system, RAS. If you define yourself as unlucky or struggling, your RAS will literally filter out opportunities and focus only on things that prove you are right. Your brain will sabotage your success just to keep your identity intact. It does not matter how much money you make. If your identity is poor, you will lose it all. Consider the lottery winner syndrome. Statistics show that nearly 70% of people who suddenly receive a massive windfall of money lose it all within a few years. Why does it happen? Because their bank account changed, but their identity did not. They were poor people with money, so their subconscious mind worked overtime to bring them back to the level of their self-image. They felt like imposters in their own wealth. To keep the wealth, they had to kill the poor self, but they were too attached to it. They chose their old identity over their new reality. Do not be that person. The legendary writer Maxwell Maltz, in his masterpiece Psycho-Cybernetics, proved that the self-image is the control system of your life. Maltz was a plastic surgeon in the 1950s who noticed something strange. Even after fixing someone's physical flaw, a nose job or a scar removal, they often still felt ugly or unworthy. Their external world was perfect, but their internal world was still scarred. He realized that the internal self-image is the thermostat of your life. If the thermostat is set to 20 degrees and the room gets hotter, the system will kick in to cool it down. If your identity is set to failure and you start succeeding, your subconscious will kick in to cool you down back to failure. If you do not change the image at the core, no amount of hard work, no amount of grinding, and no amount of hustle will save you. You are a high-performance engine running on a loser operating system. It is time for a total system wipe. You must develop a cold, calculated disgust for your current version. If you do not hate your limitations, you will continue to defend them until the day you die. To reach our mission of building a community of 100,000 elite minds, we need architects, not victims. We are building a legion of 100,000 men who have the courage to burn their old versions to the ground. This channel is the graveyard of your past. We are not here to entertain you. We are here to re-engineer you. If you are ready to stop defending your failures and start building your power, hit the subscribe button right now. Join the elite reality. We do not want the you that exists right now. We want the you that you are afraid to become. The version of you that is so powerful, so disciplined, and so cold that it scares the average person. We want the version of you that looks at a challenge and does not see a threat, but an opportunity to dominate. The first step in identity awareness is the mirror audit. This requires a level of honesty that most people cannot handle. Look at your current life, the money in your bank, the respect you get from your peers, the quality of the people you surround yourself with, and the body you see in the mirror. This is the physical manifestation of your current identity. It does not lie. It is a cold, hard transcript of who you believe you are. If you do not like the result, you must kill the source. Writer Friedrich Nietzsche spoke about the Overman or Übermensch in his book Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Nietzsche knew that to become the Overman, you must first endure the three metamorphoses of the spirit. You start as the camel. The camel is the version of you that carries everyone else's burdens. The camel follows the common herd, obeys every rule without question, and seeks approval from society. The camel is the person who says yes when they want to say no, because they are afraid of social rejection. The camel lives for the thou shalt, the commands of others. But to become elite, the spirit must go into the lonely desert and become a lion. The lion does not ask for permission. The lion creates its own freedom by saying, I will. The lion slays the dragon of thou shalt. But even the lion is not the final stage. The final stage is the child, the rebirth. The child is a new beginning, a self-propelling wheel, a first movement, a sacred yes. You must kill the camel and the lion to be born again as the creator of your own values. Are you still a camel? Are you still carrying the weight of your past mistakes and the log kia kahengi virus? Or are you ready to become the lion and eventually the child? The lion does not care about the opinions of sheep. The second step is identity hijacking. You must stop asking, what should I do? And start asking, who would the man I want to be? This is the shift from doing to being. Imagine the version of you that already has the $100,000, the respect and the power. How does he walk? How does he speak? How does he treat his time? Does he spend 5 hours scrolling on social media, looking at the lives of others? No, he does not. He is too busy building his own world. The elite do not work hard to get rich. They work hard because they are the kind of people who dominate. When you change the I am, the I do becomes automatic. This is what the Stoic philosopher Epictetus meant in his discourses when he said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This is the ultimate psychological hack. Most people have it backwards. They wait for the results to change their identity. They say, when I have money, I will be confident. But the 1% says, I am confident and powerful, therefore I will manifest the money. The elite change their identity to force the results. If you want to be a master of your reality, you must first think like a man who already owns it. Consider the placebo effect in identity. If you believe you are a non-smoker, you will never touch a cigarette. But if you believe you are a smoker trying to quit, you are in a constant state of internal war. The moment you are stressed, you will go back to the cigarette because your identity is still smoker. You must hijack the new identity before the results arrive. It is a mental shift that most people will never understand because they are too busy being authentic to their broke, traumatized, and weak selves. Being authentic to a loser identity is a death sentence. The third step is the social execution. This is where it gets dark. This is where most people fail. Your old identity is held in place by the people around you, your anchors. They know the old you. They expect the old you. They are comfortable with your mediocrity because it makes them feel better about their own. And the moment you start to change, the moment you start to speak with authority, they will try to pull you back into the box they built for you. They will use guilt. They will use humor. They will use concern. They will say you have changed or do not forget where you came from. It does not mean they are evil. It means they are afraid. Your change reminds them of their own stagnation. When you start waking up at 5 a.m., working out, and talking about power instead of gossip, you are holding up a mirror to their laziness. They cannot handle it. Your response? Yes, I have changed. The person you knew is dead. I am not that man anymore. You must be willing to lose your current social circle to enter the 1%. You cannot fly with eagles if you are still gossiping with turkeys in the barnyard. Writer Robert Greene, in his legendary book, The 48 Laws of Power, specifically Law 25, says, "Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Reforge your identity like a weapon. Be the master of your own image. If you need to be a villain in their story, to be a hero in yours, then so be it. Most people are actors in a play they did not write. The elite are the writers, the directors, and the lead actors. If the world does not recognize the new you, it is because you have not made the new you loud enough. You must project your new identity so strongly that the world has no choice but to accept it. This is the path to the 100,000 mission. We are not just making videos. We are re-engineering the human psyche. We are creating a new breed of men who are not slaves to their biological programming or their social conditioning. This requires the great work. It requires you to look at every habit, every thought, and every friendship, and ask, does this belong to the man I am becoming or the man I am killing? This is video 22, the funeral for your old life. From this moment forward, every time you feel a loser habit creeping back, the procrastination, the self-doubt, the need for approval, the fear of what others think, remember, that person is dead. You buried him today. You are no longer obligated to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. You are a blank canvas, and you are holding the brush. You are the architect of your own soul. It is time to paint a masterpiece of power, discipline, and absolute sovereignty. If you have the balls to kill your old self, comment "born again" below. This is your digital signature on the contract of your new life. Do not just type it, feel it. Like this video to seal that contract. Share this with the one friend who is still living a life that was chosen for him by others. We are moving towards 100,000. The question is, are you with us, or are you just another ghost in the machine? Are you ready to witness your own rebirth?